Good morning. It is November 11th, Wednesday, 2020, and that makes today Veterans Day. As I sometimes wonder what topic to muse about, I didn't have to look far today, as I saw it was the 11th day of the 11th month. And of course, as I learned in school, in 1918, on this day, this was the Armistice Day, the day that ended the Great War. And um, that day then, from that point on, became a day to remember veterans, especially veterans of foreign wars. I guess that was the angle that kind of came from World War One, but tradition has made it so that all veterans of our armed services have been honored on this day, and um, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to honor those men and women who have either chosen to or been drafted to serve our country, whether in peacetime or in war, as there is great sacrifice that is made in order to serve, especially to serve honorably. I learned as I was doing a little research on what Veterans Day is about and trying to remember kind of where it all comes from and what it's all for. Memorial Day, which is at the end of May, remembers those who died in service to our country in the armed forces. Armed Forces Day, also in May, honors those who currently serve in our armed forces. Veterans Day honors those who survived, were discharged honorably, and who served. And so I want to honor those who served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Gulf War, Afghanistan, the Iraq War, Libya, Syria. When I looked to see what the potential could be for what wars or conflicts could be included for those who would have served, if not in peacetime, maybe were deployed somewhere. There are dozens of conflicts and moments that our those who serve in the armed forces were called to. I mean, Somalia, Grenada, Panama. The list was very long, and a lot of them I think go almost unnoticed by many of us. And so today is a day to notice. Today's a day to remember and honor those who served in ways that maybe weren't even lifted up much when they were at their greatest danger. I wondered how many veterans there are among us in our nation. As of 2019, we have just short of 19 million veterans. Half of that number are 65 or older. Both of those numbers struck me. First of all, 19 million people, that's a lot of people. And that half of them are 65 or older, it surprised me. I didn't think it would be that high. 10% of the 19 million, and in fact, more than 10%, so it's actually more than 2 million veterans were seriously injured while serving. And they are twice as likely to have difficulty readjusting to civilian life. The stats on this, I read an article, the stats on how much more likely it will be that a veteran has a hard time readjusting because of injury. It's incredible. And then I thought of the injuries that veterans sustain. Many injured veterans have visible injuries, and in many ways it's easier for the rest of us to honor and offer respect to those who are visibly living with an injury from their service. But of course, so many suffer with post-traumatic stress that is not visible. And with the stigma that still surrounds that kind of experience, it can be a lot more difficult for us to be able to communicate our respect and honor to them. So today on this Veterans Day, I give thanks for the service our veterans have offered, especially when that service reflects our nation's desire for peace and justice for all. Whenever I would say the Pledge of Allegiance in elementary school, I would think of, not every time, but I would sometimes think about soldiers fighting for that to be true, that peace and justice could be known to all. And then I was thinking in our current context and political climate, I was thinking about how the respect that those who serve in the military offer each other, oftentimes willing to die for each other, the real sacrifice they have. Uh, I thought, the shared purpose they have, wouldn't that be a great example for the rest of us uh, to have that as we try to move forward as a nation, that we all could offer each other such respect and honor. So today I give thanks for our veterans.